Hi and welcome to Phoenix Media Hub, where we catch up with figures, community members and representatives around Queensland to promote everything local and bring you the latest news of what's on and what you can get involved with. Joining me this lovely morning is a pastor at Springfield Christian Family and Director of Westside Community Care, Phil Cutcliffe. Good morning.
Good morning.
So why don't you start off by telling us a bit about yourself and what the Springfield Christian Family represents?
Excellent, yeah. I've been here living in Springfield for 20 years, nearly, and I became a pastor 25 years ago, and when I moved to Springfield, we had the vision, I suppose, of connecting communities to Christ, passing that unconditional love of God on into the community, and obviously building the church family, but learning to show God's love to the community in different ways. So it took a little while to get the picture, but yeah, so 20 years ago we started the church, but then Westside Community Care started the year after. It really just started with a few volunteers in the church wanting to bless the community, so we picked up bread from the local bakery and started giving it out in the community, and that's where it all started.
Okay, fantastic. And 20 years, that would have been right at the beginning of Springfield's existence, wouldn't it?
Yes, that's right. I live near the Springfield Fair Shopping Centre, which was just a bit of dirt, and the Bob Gibbs Oval was just been formed, and so there wasn't a lot of local facilities, and it's probably 500 houses back in those days.
Oh wow, well things have certainly changed. But what changes have you seen over the years, aside from less dirt and more buildings?
Well, it's been great belonging with the community and connecting with the community, and just to see, the church has obviously grown just that little bit by little bit, but the ministry of Westside Community Care has been able to grow and multiply too. Probably with the need that's in the community, it's still only really scratching the surface, but it's been great to be able to partner with the businesses and local community representatives, and just to see that care factor growing, and the pay it forward mentality really catching on in the community.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic. So can you tell us a bit about the community care work that takes place as part of the community centre?
Yes, well it started off with just the bread runs, but then obviously that does help people, but we tried to expand the way that we do welfare. We partnered with Food Bank, and we do I think 4 or 5 pickups from Food Bank each week. Actually one of them we drop off here for the students to enjoy. And we do vouchers for struggling families. So a lot of it started like with direct welfare, but we've tried to move into not just giving people a fish, but teaching them how to fish. Yep. So one of the big initiatives that we do is with the USQ here, where we sponsor families or single parent families to help them to stay at university, and there's quite a few different initiatives that we do now too. We have back to school grants to help families back to school. We work with some of the immigrants coming into Australia, the refugees, to provide support and relief for them. We're just moving into the area where we're helping people get back into jobs, starting up job clubs, and some wraparound support to help people get back into employment as well.
Okay, so lots of stuff going on. And what really drove you to start it up?
Well, I think it was looking just for ways, where is a need, and fill it. Yep. And I think initially it was with, you probably have people that you know in mind, and out of sight, out of mind. You tend to focus on the people that you know, which was a narrow band of people. Yeah. But in 2005, there was a lady who lost her baby in a car fire on the top of the road there that links Springfield to Springfield Lakes, and the challenge went out to try to help this lady, and we just sent around. Email was the best method of communication in those days, and using the media, papers. Yeah. And we were able to feed that family for a couple of months every night of the week. Oh, but then local council said, why don't we try to get them a new car? And I thought, that sounds good, but I actually need a new car. And it was like a challenge. I thought if it was a family member or a church family member, I'd probably put the effort in. So why don't I do that for the community as well? And I thought, well, I should be. So I spoke with the local papers. They ran a story. Within a couple of weeks, we'd raised $25,000 just from the community getting involved, and were able to bless, obviously not bring back a child to life, but, bless that family. Yeah. And then to see that family go on to bless many other families in the community as well is quite encouragement. So there's a real buzz as people get blessed and helped directly, then they engage in, you know, paying that forward to others. It is quite an exciting place to be here in Springfield.
Wow, yeah, that's an incredible story. So as a pastor and leader of the church, what are some of the core values that represent the community of Springfield, would you say?
Oh, the community of Springfield. Well, it is a growing community. We sort of have 5 core values that we think of. We think of family. It's a family area, and just having those family connections, even if you don't have your own direct family, it's good to have that network of support. We think of teams and the engagement that happens, and I think it's a great place to see how even the developers have worked so hard to develop those teams. We think of mission, you know, paying that forward, not just being blessed ourselves, but paying that blessing forward. We think of discipleship, you know, people helping people grow, and that's in the church, but definitely in the community with the education facilities. And we think of serving too, having that servant, you know, wanting to serve others, not just getting what we want, but, you know, having that care of wanting to serve others in the community.
Okay, cool. So how can the audience and community members around Springfield get involved with the church, and or anyone that's interested in coming along, how can they take part?
Well, they could get involved with the church, but our outreach mission is Westside Community Care, so not everybody has that spiritual side where they're really interested in. But definitely if they are, we'd love to encourage them to. We have 4 campuses, 4 areas, places in the community where we meet, and we'd love them to come and join with us, or join up with one of our life group, like family-sized small groups. But if they'd like to help in the community side of things, we have a Facebook page called Westside Community Care Network, and people can just get involved in the receiving and giving, and join up from there. And there's lots of opportunities to pay it forward in the community. We have a lot of events too, like we do have the Run for Life, which is coming up in October. We're always looking for volunteers to either help organise or just volunteer on the day, and we have a big family fun day, a few other things as well. Yeah,
that sounds fantastic, and you can probably get details and information about that at your website or Facebook page?
Yes, definitely, either on Westside Community Care or Springfield Christian Family websites.
Okay, fantastic. Phil, thank you very much for coming in and speaking to us today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And you can get information at the sites that Phil has mentioned, and the website springfieldchristianfamily.org.au. You're watching Phoenix Media Hub.